Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are testing a bunch of new products from Elf. So I have literally just received my order in the post. I bought these on launch day with my own money. So I'm very excited that this video is going to be a bunch of first impressions on the new Camo Hydrating CC cream. I was very interested in this because it claims to be a dewy finish. I also picked up 3 of the Elf new Camo Liquid Blushes. These excite me greatly. If you've ever been on my channel before, you will know that I'm a huge fan of liquid blush. Now I've heard that these are supposed to be a dupe for the Rare Beauty blushes, but we will try them out. I am a huge fan of the Rare Beauty, and at the end of the video, I will include some swatches of these new Camo blushes against some of the Rare Beauty shades that I have. I also picked up their new mascara, which is called the Elf Lash Xtndr Mascara. Finally picked up one of the Elf Glow Reviver lip oils. This was the only shade that was left. Yeah, I kind of missed the boat with this one, so I picked this up in the shade Pink Quartz. Before we get into it, I just wanted to let you know that I do post videos like this on a weekly basis. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, please do consider subscribing, because I would absolutely love to have you here. Okay, let's get into these products. So we're going to kick off with the Elf Camo Hydrating CC cream. I got this in the shade 205 Light, which is supposed to be for neutral olive undertones. I have olive skin with muted warm undertones, but I can definitely get away with neutral foundations. I have the original Camo CC cream here, and I'm just going to be honest, I was not a fan of the original CC cream, hence why it's still full. Found it quite heavy and it caked up a bit on my face. Just to give you a little bit of background about my skin information before I pop this on. So I'm 41 years old, obviously mature skin, fine lines. I have normal to dry skin. I prefer light to medium foundation, so full coverage does scare me, but I was still intrigued by this. And I definitely prefer luminous foundations, so, you know, not necessarily dewy, but, you know, ones that have some sort of radiance and luminosity. I don't like matte foundations. They're not the one for me. So it's described as a full coverage color correcting foundation that hydrates skin and gives it a dewy finish. It helps to plump the skin's appearance. It has a broad spectrum SPF sunscreen. It is enriched with vitamin B5, which helps to moisturize and nourish the skin. It's great for dry, oily and combination skin. It contains tremella mushroom, hyaluronic acid and SPF to help protect skin from the sun. I think this comes in 30 or 31 shades. So here is the packaging, and it comes with a pump. So we'll just go for one pump and see how we go. So I'll just pump that onto the back of my hand. So again, this is the shade Light 205, which I thought would be a good winter shade for me. It's quite a thick formula. There's no runniness there. So I'm going to apply with my BK Beauty 101, and I'm going to start by dotting it onto the face. Yeah, this is too light, I would say, but we'll make it work. Or maybe it'll be okay. It's a smidge too light. Straight away, I can tell you that I prefer the consistency and the blendability in comparison to the other CC cream. Definitely feels more hydrating, even though it's a quite a substantial formula. It is blending nicely. Okay, so this is a side with, and this is without. So that is dewy. Wow. Oh, it's a good start. And just for your reference, I only prepped my skin with moisturizer today, with the same moisturizer that I use every day, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. So I'm popping this on. I am not bringing it up underneath my eyes because I don't use foundation under my eyes. I have no other products on my face apart from on my eyebrows. I like that. Okay. Try not to get too giddy because we need to wear test it today. Took less than a pump to cover my whole face, which is great. Now the colour is too light. Definitely won't be wearing this shade in the summer. I get some texture around my nose and my chin. It does look a little bit heavy around this area, heavier than what I'm used to with a foundation, but you know, it's full coverage. I love how luminous it's looking, and I'm wondering if I did powder the problematic areas around my nose, whether it would look better. Now, I'm not a big powder fan. I only powder problematic areas. The bit of redness that I do have on my cheeks, it has covered up. It's definitely evened out my skin tone. And you can see, can't you there, how luminous it is. Let me turn down the light a little bit. So this is with my light turned right down, and you can see how luminous and dewy that is. It's really nice. If luminosity is your thing, if dewy is your thing, I have lots of foundations that are luminous, that are radiant, but I don't have too many that are super dewy. This is dewy, but I'm not mad about it. So now I'm wondering how things are going to lay over the top of it. Okay, I'm going to pop off. I'm going to pop some concealer, some bronzer, and some eyeshadow, and then we are going to test the Lash Xtndr Mascara and the main event, the Camo Liquid Blushes. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I popped a little bit of eyeshadow on. I didn't want it to be too overbearing so that we couldn't actually see the mascara. I popped a little bit of bronzer on, just the Rare Beauty bronzing stick, and I have to tell you guys, apart from this shade being too light, I am loving this foundation so far. My skin looks so healthy. And I forgot to mention that in relation to fragrance, I can't really smell anything particularly noticeable. Maybe a smell of SPF, but it's not overbearing. Okay, so moving on to the mascara now. I don't have the best lashes in the world, so when I use a lash serum and I have great lashes, all mascaras look good on them. But at the moment, they're not great. So yeah, this will be a good test. But the mascara says, like lash extensions, this dramatically lengthening mascara uses tubing technology to take your lashes to the next level. The long-lasting buildable formula wraps lashes in lightweight tubes that extend beyond your natural length. It's a tubing mascara. I didn't realise this. That is very exciting. So if you're wondering what a tubing mascara is, so they are made with water-soluble polymers that create flexible tubes around each lash. This is the one, kind of long and skinny. Let's go in with this mascara. So we'll go from the root. Oh, okay. So it definitely clings. I've already got it on my lid. That's user error. Nothing to do with the mascara. Okay, so it definitely clings onto each lash. I'm liking how that's going on. Wow. That's a good start, isn't it? So just wiggling to the bottom. Now, not a whole lot of volume. What do you think? That's with, that's without. I like that. Wow. But you know what? I'm not getting roped into thinking a mascara is great from the first go, because I've done that before and then I've been highly disappointed. So first impressions, wow. This review video is going strangely well. Okay, let's pop some on the other eye. And you know, I like that it's not a super wet formula. It just dispenses enough product that is necessary. Zero clumping, zero. It has dried down quite quickly. Now, I'm not the kind of person that goes in with 2 coats, but I know the majority of people do. So that's something to bear in mind, that it has dried down quite quickly. But for me, personally, it doesn't really matter. I can't believe how much length that's given me. Let's get some on the bottom lashes. So for me, the test with this mascara will be, how does it wear? Does it smudge? Does it transfer? And also, how hard is it to remove? Because for me, a mascara that is super hard to remove is a mascara that I don't use, because that just damages my lashes. This review is going weirdly well, so I'm a bit worried now about these blushes. Should we try them out? Okay, so I picked up 3 of the new Elf Camo Liquid Blushes. I picked up Pinky Promise, Dusty Rose, and Comin in Hot Pink. So I think how I'm going to do this is I'm going to apply 1 to each cheek, but obviously I have a third. Because I'm testing this foundation at the moment, I don't want to wipe it off. So I think what I'll do is I'll test the 2 pink blushes, 1 on each cheek today, and then tomorrow I will test this, but I will film it and I will include it when I'm editing the footage. This is kind of the more natural of the 3 that I got. So this is Dusty Rose. I will include swatches against some of the similar Rare Beauty shades that I have. I'll include those at the end of the video. They come in these really cute little tubes. So they're a lightweight formula that blend out into a soft, dewy finish, which is something that I love. It's going to be super pigmented. And from what I can see, it comes in 9 shades. So when I apply liquid blush, I don't like popping them straight on the cheek. Pop it in the palm of my hand. The palm of your hand has no pores, so I will pick it up then with my brush and place it on the cheeks. Let me swatch these for you. So that's coming in Hot Pink. Next we have Pinky Promise. Pinky Promise. So coming in Hot Pink, Pinky Promise, and then we have Dusty Rose. So coming in Hot Pink, Pinky Promise, and then Dusty Rose. So Dusty Rose I will test tomorrow. The 2 pinks I will test on my cheeks now. So for this I'm going to be using my usual Refa 04 brush. I think we'll start with Pinky Promise. So, and I'll just pop 1 dot in the palm of my hand. So Pinky Promise. Okay, so definitely not as pigmented, I can tell you that straight off the bat. It's not sheer, but it's not super pigmented. I feel like we could build that up. So I'm just gonna pop another dot. The formula is a lot more sheer than the Rare Beauty. Okay, so that's nice. Let me turn this light down so you can see. That's with the light down, so you might not be able to see very well, but yeah, I mean, it's nice. It does look really dewy on the skin, but bear in mind I have a dewy foundation on underneath, so that is going to affect it. You do have to work to blend it a little bit more than what I'm used to. I think if you were to go too heavy with this, it may become patchy. So that's my first thought. We're going to go in with Coming in Hot Pink. I'm a little bit scared now that this is going to be too pink. It's super pink. So I'm cleaning off that brush and then I'm going to go in really handy. Okay, so this is Coming in Hot Pink. Now you see, it's not as scary, is it? Let's put another dot in. I'm just blending it in my hand there. You can still see there's a lot of product there, so I'm wondering, okay. That was a mistake. Right, let's rescue that. So if this happens to you, if you apply too much liquid blush, you can rescue it by going in with your foundation brush. I thought they would feel more hydrating on the skin. I thought they would be a little bit more dewy. They're definitely buildable. They're nice. Am I blown away? No, I'm not. But for the price, I'm not sure whether it's my lighting, but I don't know whether there is slight patchiness. But you know what? I'll see as the day goes on. So this is Pinky Promise, which is a lot more subtle. And then on this side, we've got the Coming in Hot Pink. We nearly had a disaster. Okay, we nearly had a disaster on our hands. So I think if you are applying some, go handy when you're building it up, because I didn't. Like, I stuck a load more in my hand and I picked it up thinking it'd be fine, and it wasn't fine. It wasn't. But if that happens to you, don't forget with liquid blush, very forgiving. You can go back in, you know, with your foundation brush and clean it up. Definitely looking forward to testing the Dusty Rose tomorrow. I will wear exactly the same makeup tomorrow so that we can give it a fair test. So I will wear this foundation again and everything that goes with it. I will insert the Dusty Rose for you now. Okay guys, I'm back and it's day 2. I have some updates for you in relation to the wear of the makeup that I'm testing. But before I get into the updates, we need to try blush number 3. Now I'm super excited to try this one. Yesterday I was calling it Dusty Rose, but actually when I've looked at the name, I think it's Dusty Rosé. I don't know, I've already swatched these, but this is what, I don't think I showed you any of the doe foots yesterday. Nice big doe foot. You can pop this straight onto your cheek if that's how you like to do your blush. As I explained yesterday, I like to pop it into my hand. So I've cleaned my Refa 04 and I wore the same clothes as yesterday just for some continuity. That's light. Not gonna get fooled like I did yesterday when I over applied. Wow, that comes out a little bit much lighter. So it's described as a warm pink. Let me turn the light down. So that's with the light turned right down. I don't know. It is pink, but it has, I feel, now it could just be on my skin tone, but I feel like it has a little hint of coral in there. I'll do the other cheek with my light turned down. Okay, so we'll put enough on so that you can see it. That's really nice. I really like this colour. Okay, so this is with the lights down. Now I've put more on than what I usually would, just so that you can see the colour. So, and you can see that it's dewy. I like it. It says that it's a warm pink. I do feel like there are some coral undertones there, but that's really nice. That's really flattering. I much prefer that to coming in hot pink. And the thing is, right, I know yesterday I over applied the coming in hot. I know that, but I am a big fan of bright pink blush, actually. For me, it was just a bit glary. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. So yeah, this is very natural, very subtle. Colours are subdued. It's nice. So I can definitely confirm that the blushes go on lovely over the foundation. They are a nice blush. If you are expecting them to be complete dupes for the Rare Beauty, I would say no. They are a completely different consistency. The Rare Beauty just feels a little bit more smooth, a little bit more blendable. Now these, obviously they are blendable, but I feel like I do need to be a little bit more careful with these. I like them. Are they my new holy grail? I don't think they are, but I do like them. I enjoy them. You're getting a good amount of pigment. They are blending well. I think they're really nice. I think they're really, really pretty. So if you are on the hunt for an affordable liquid blush, I think they are a really good option. Now, the last thing I need to try is the lip oil. This is in the shade Pink Quartz. Okay, I can smell the mint. Okay, this is in the shade Pink Quartz, and they state that your lip colour will come through, but there's no tint to that, is there? Maybe that's why this was the only colour that was left. So this is what it looks like. The packaging is lovely, and it has a nice big applicator. Yeah, it feels nice. I think this would probably look nice with a lip liner and maybe a little bit of lipstick underneath, and I think that would be quite flattering. But yeah, it feels really nice. Let's take these products and let's have a look at my final thoughts. I'm going to insert some footage now of yesterday at the end of the day. So I'd had this makeup on for 8 hours, and as you can see, it lasted super well. So the foundation still looks really, really lovely and luminous. You know, obviously around my nose, the foundation has started to come away. That is a problematic area for me. I did not powder yesterday. I haven't powdered today, but I can tell you, I love this foundation. The blush still stayed put. I was actually half expecting it to have broken up throughout the day. It performed really, really well. The big surprise for me was the mascara. Oh my goodness, like look at it. It did not budge, it didn't smudge, it didn't transfer. Now, I don't have oily eyelids, so generally mascara will be okay on me. If a mascara isn't performing, I will see it. It will end up underneath my eyes. This did not budge. Now, obviously I need to keep trying it. Will the tube dry out really quickly? Will it fail to perform after continued use? But so far, oh my goodness, I love it. The Camo Hydrating CC Cream, this was a big surprise for me. As I mentioned yesterday, I wasn't a big fan of the old Camo CC cream. It was just too heavy for me. I'm not a full coverage fan, so I didn't expect to like this, but I wanted to give it a try anyway because of the dewy claims, and I really like it. Now, this shade is too light on me, but it is giving glowy, it is giving luminous, it is giving dewy, it is giving an even skin tone. It lasts so well. I'm just so relieved because with the Elf Hydrating Concealer, not a fan either. I don't like the hydrating concealer because I don't find it hydrating. This is. I really feel like they've stepped up their game with this. Now, I have mature skin, 41 years old, but I have normal to dry skin. So on my skin type, it's working well. I don't know how it would work if you had oilier skin. You know, would it break up a little bit more throughout the day? There's that possibility, but it claims to be good for all types of skin. So, you know, if you have oily skin and you try this, let me know, did it work for you? Share it in the comments because it would be really, really helpful. The lip oil, lovely. It feels really nice. I've liked a little bit more pigment, but yeah, it's just made my lips look quite nice and plump. No tingling, none of that. It's just a really nice hydrating lip oil. And last but not least, the Camo Liquid Blushes. I like them. Do they have pigment? Yes. Do they glide on and blend as easily as some of my more high-end liquid blushes? No. But would I expect them to? Probably not. These are a really nice, affordable, pigmented blush. I think you do need to build them up, but when you are building them up, be careful because you saw what happened to me yesterday. It can go very, very wrong, but they work really nicely with the foundation that you've got on underneath, and I think that they still let the qualities of the foundation shine through. So they are a dewy finish, but they're not overly dewy. So if you're picking these up thinking that they're going to be a complete dupe for something like the Rare Beauty, they're not, in my opinion, but they are still really good and a really good liquid blush for the price point. Just be careful not to over apply, careful that they don't become patchy because I do think that they can run that risk. Less is more, build slowly, and I think that you will enjoy them. I will definitely be picking up some more of the shades and seeing how they are. Have you picked up any of these and do you enjoy them? What shades would you recommend I pick up next? Do let me know in the comments. Okay, so we're going to move on now to some swatches. I know that everybody's comparing them to the Rare Beauty, so I will swatch the Rare Beauty shades that I have and I will swatch them against these Elf Camo Liquid Blushes so that you can compare, and I will show you them with a flash and without. Okay guys, there we are for another video. Happy holidays everybody. I hope that you have a really safe and restful and joyous time, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.